Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of Napford Nation. This is my very first video, so just a heads up, it might be rough in a few areas, and I apologize for that. I think I've recently had the find of the year for Thomas Trains, and just for a second, we'll get into the backstory, and then we'll get into the unboxing of the set, which is what you've come for. So I've been looking for the giant Thomas Tomy set for a long time now, and most of the ones on eBay have had something wrong, some damage or scratches or missing parts, and most of them are in very poor condition, especially since the sets are going on 15, 16 years old. And so I decided to get a little bit more creative with my search. And I took to Facebook Marketplace and I happened to find a woman who was selling her son's old set and agreed to sell it to me if I agreed to pay for shipping. And so we agreed for a price, and 10 days later it comes to my door. So her original asking price was $125. And so I got her to take $100, and the shipping turned out to be around $50. So through shipping and handling, I'm out around $157. So as we unbox this, I want you to try and keep in mind to think if this set is worth $157 with how hard it is to find in 2020. So without further ado, let's get started. And here we are. Here's our giant Tomy Thomas. So this one, as you can tell, it doesn't look pretty banged up. I'm glad that the seller bought the extra bubble wrap. I told her to use it if she didn't have any. Those look really nice. The sticker's still looking really great, like they're in really good shape. The sticker seems to be coming off a little bit, but for the purpose I have for it, which is just lying around and looking pretty, it'll work just fine. So let's try and get it out of the box. And like you said, this is my first reaction to it too. So on the top, looks really nice. Okay, here's a car. Take this out and deal with it later. And here's the Thomas with the moving eyes. Hey, Thomas. And not bad. You can see from the top of the cab, there's some markings, obviously for some use and from some love. But other than that, I really just cared that all the pieces were together. And if you're a Thomas collector like myself, you can already tell that this one came with the funnel. And if you're a Thomas collector like myself, you'll know that it's really hard to find a used giant Thomas that doesn't have the funnel missing or broken. So this is a really good find for me, and why I was willing to pay the seller to have it shipped to me rather than just buying a normal one on eBay. And the buffer door, which the train will go through, is still intact. Really nice. You can see the top of the cab, the original sticker that tells the kids not to. When you see it, it'll probably be reversed. But the sticker that tells the kids not to sit and ride the Thomas is still there. It's just really nice. The coal tender is a little dusty, but we can get rid of that. Other than that, it looks really nice. Can't wait to dust it off and get into it. And also wanted to get you a really good view of the back. The back has both of the buffer/doors still intact, which is really hard to find. The previous owner really took care of this Thomas, and she said her son has had it for going on 15, 16 years. We'll open that in a second. Oh, there we go. This is actually my first time handling this giant Thomas, so I'm being careful not to break anything. But other than that, looks good. I'll be able to clean it up, so that looks a bit better than now. But really impressed. The seller did a good job. Thank you, Wendy. Here's a moment of truth. Let's see if the seller took the batteries out. I always assume the worst. And, oh. Okay. So here's an old battery. Acid started leaking out. We'll see if we can get duct to run. I don't believe I have any C batteries with me, but we'll get a look. I honestly assume the worst with all these trains anyway. And I already have 2 other ducts that run. But it's nice to have the one that comes with the set. Next is James. I can already tell by the weight there's probably not a battery in this. Compartment looks really nice. This one was kept in really good condition. You can see his numbers on both sides. And both sides are in really good condition. And the face still has the paint, no. And the face still has most of the paint, no major chips or scratches, maybe on the tender, but see most of that. Britt Allcroft, 1994. And also these trains are really old. When I was growing up, these were fairly new toys, but now it's really hard to get them to run. You pretty much have to take them apart, and I'm no expert, but hopefully one or more of these trains is running. Next, obviously save for last, we have Diesel. Looking from the outside, looks really nice. It's heavy, so I'm pretty sure there's a battery inside, but the face is in good shape, decent shape. There's Diesel with this classic grin from the Tomy version. I don't have to fiddle with it to get it open. There we go. So C battery. This one looks fairly new. Will it run? No. I guess not. Just a way to trip. There's a way to trip these trains. But, I don't know. I didn't expect any of these trains to run in the first place. This battery is likely just dead. And this battery, and obviously, again, these trains are old. I don't expect many of these trains to run. So looking at these 3 cars together, you can see you have Duck, Scruffy, and Toad. Both of the cars look like they're in really good condition. I already have several Scruffies, but this one is in really good condition. I don't see any cracks or dents. Yes, there's one here, but it's a child's toy. You expect some damage and love. Sticker is in really good shape. Sorry, I keep on pointing items to myself as if I have a camera in front of my eyes. No chips or dents there. So dents there. Then you have Toad. Toad looks really nice. His face is in good shape. And I guess my ring light provides for too much light. Need to fix that. Undercarriage looks really good. No chips or cracks in the paint or in the roof. Looks good. Okay, well, that's all for the engines and cars, and I'm going to try to assemble the set together and show you what it looks like. So let's get to it. Okay, well, I've finished the set, and I wasn't able to get the original engines to work, but I've had my two engines that I currently own running the track, and it's really a really nice layout. It didn't come with instructions, so I had to piece it together from the pictures, and I had someone on a Facebook Thomas group I'm a part of send it to me as well. So it might not be completely perfect, but this is what the basic layout is for the track. But in the end, what counts is that all the pieces were there and that none were damaged. Pretty great set. One of my next potential videos is going to be from a rail car that I originally ordered from Amazon. It's an unofficial Thomas product, but I'll include the link in the description. From the coronavirus, it's probably going to take a while to get here since it's shipping from Asia. But I'm hoping for it to be a really good video, and it seems to be a really cool train. So, again, let me hear your comments about whether I overpaid or not for this set, given how rare it is and how old it is. And I'll see you again on Napford Nation. Thank you guys. Please like and subscribe.